Hello and welcome back to the Retro Perspective series, covering each and every demo disc from the official PlayStation Magazine UK. This time we have demo number 9, and the first demo on this disc is or Ah. Oh, of course, it's Ridge Racer Revolution, I'm guessing. Of course, at the time, Ridge Racer Revolution was the pinnacle of console racers and arcade racers, I believe. There's always this little mini game at the beginning of Ridge Racer games. But anyway, despite only having one course, I believe, Ridge Racer was always an insanely popular choice with racing fans. What am I doing? I'm pressing the trigger buttons. I've been playing too much Burnout Paradise.
Okay, the final lap. Hang in there.
Well, we just started and apparently it's already the final lap, so this is not good. I don't think I'm going to win this, to be honest, but try our best.
Don't you get out.
Oh, bloody hell, I pressed select. What an idiot. I was trying to change the view. I'm not a fan of the first-person view in older racing games. If you can see the steering wheel and it's all realistic graphics in modern racing games, then that's fine. But yeah, back then I would always go for the overhead view in racing games.
Get ready to block. Come on, get going. Target locked.
So it seems like if you just tap square, you do a bit of a power slide, whereas holding square will be a proper brake. So rather than having... that didn't work that time. But rather than having two separate buttons, you know, for your handbrake and your normal brake, I've gone with a bit of a precision move this time. I really like this music.
Don't you get out.
Yeah, as I predicted, did not win that one. I might give that another go actually, because I was messing about a bit there, to be honest. I'm sure I can do better this time. Almost got them all that time. So one thing I'm wondering is, if there's only one track and this demo shows that off, then surely this demo just has the whole game. I'm not sure, because I've never played... Well, I did when I was a kid, but I've never played the full game of Ridge Racer Revolution recently. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Get out of my way. Bloody hell. As we've discussed when Ridge Racer was covered in the PlayStation magazines, the idea of just having one track in a game seemed a bit of a rip-off to me. I don't know whether people thought that at the time, but when you can buy games that are going to last you a lot longer for the same amount of money, it doesn't make much sense to me. Did people really just play the same track over and over again?
Target locked.
Moving on now to Slam and Jam. I believe this is the basketball game that was not reviewed particularly positively in the magazine, with a fixed camera angle from behind the hoop. Yep, it's this game. It seems like in a lot of these old sports games, I'm just getting immediately destroyed by the AI.
Kareem. Magic. What a leaper.
Man.
It's a steal. Kareem.
Oh, come on.
Uses the glass and in.
Come on, shoot.
It's a steal. They're going for
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here at all. Backcourt violation? No idea what that means.
Lobs it inside. What a slick dish. He puts it up.
Oh, come on.
Frank.
Come on. Almost. Almost had 1 point there. Jesus, did you see that? The AI is just far too good in these games, seriously. It's not just that I'm terrible at sports games in general. Like, I can play a modern FIFA or Pro Evo game and do pretty decently. It's just that these old sports games, they just seem so incredibly fast-paced. And you just can't seem to predict what the AI is going to do. Yes, I scored once.
Magic. Kareem.
See, where was my defence there? Every time I'm at their basket, there's someone there defending. Yeah. The opponent can just waltz up to my basket and there's just nobody there. So this one seemed actually better than NBA Jam that I played on the other demo, because that was incredibly fast paced and I just couldn't seem to get the hang of the controls. But in this one, it seemed like, you know, the passing always worked when you pressed X. It just passed straight away and it always passed to the right person. Seemed a bit more intuitive with the control scheme. Obviously the camera angle is a problem, but I don't think it's as big a problem as the magazine made out, to be honest, because that felt a lot better to control than NBA Jam did. Anyway, next game up is Discworld. This might possibly be the exact same demo that we played in Disc 1, I believe, which was a huge demo. Like, I don't think I even got to the end of it, to be honest, because it was just going on for so long. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, it is. It's the same demo. Well, maybe this will give me an opportunity to talk about Terry Pratchett generally, who's one of my favourite authors. I just started reading his books from the very beginning recently. And I find that his writing style just keeps on improving as the series goes on, which is really cool. I think so far Equal Rights has probably been my favourite book of the series. There's a lot of funny lines where characters will say, you know, there can't be a female wizard. The whole premise of it is that there's a young girl who grows up and wants to be a wizard, but everyone's saying she has to be a witch because she's female. So many like silly excuses as to why women can never be wizards. That's just the natural order of things and stuff like that. Yeah, I think there's a lot of funny lines to do with that. And similarly, the game Discworld is basically a load of funny lines, because the best part about the game is probably just the dialogue. The puzzles and finding out where to go is pretty much the frustrating part about it. Having said that though, there's also a lot of lines that just repeat over and over again, so you'll be trying to get, the next bit of dialogue so you can know what to do next, but you'll just get the same pieces of dialogue over and over in an attempt to do that, because there's so many things to actually ask about, but you don't know which is going to be the right thing. And I think that Broken Sword pretty much came along shortly after and fixed all of these issues that Discworld had. So Discworld was kind of the in-between game, I would say, from some of the older LucasArts stuff and the more modern Broken Sword. I guess this turned out to be just a little mini review of the game, I suppose. It's a shame that there was only 3 demos on this disc, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next week for another magazine video. Cheers for watching.